Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most influential books of all time, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Whether you're striving for personal growth or aiming to enhance your leadership skills, these habits are absolute game changers. For years, I lived my life reacting to everything around me, letting circumstances dictate my emotions. It wasn't until I realized I had the power to choose my response that I began to unlock my potential. And that's what these habits are all about. So, if you're ready to take control of your life and reactions, let's unlock these habits together. The first habit, being proactive, emphasizes taking responsibility for your own life. Instead of reacting to external circumstances, proactive individuals focus on what they can control and influence. Covey says, "Our behavior is a function of our decisions, not our conditions." How often do you find yourself blaming external factors for your situation? Maybe it's the traffic, the economy, or even the weather. But the truth is, we can't control those things. What we can control is how we choose to respond. Being proactive means acknowledging that we have the power to choose our attitude and actions, regardless of the circumstances. It's about shifting from a mindset of blame and reactivity to one of responsibility and action. Think about it like this: you're stuck in traffic. You could get angry, or you could use that time differently. The situation hasn't changed, but your response to it has. Focus on your circle of influence, the things you can directly impact, rather than your circle of concern. What is one area of your life where you can start being more proactive today? Habit number 2 encourages us to envision our goals before we start working towards them. By defining clear objectives, we can align our daily actions with our long-term aspirations. Covey suggests, begin with the end in mind means to begin each day, task, or project with a clear vision of your desired direction and destination. Imagine embarking on a journey without a destination in mind. You'd first determine where you want to go, plan your route, and then set off. The same principle applies to life. If you don't have a clear vision of where you want to go, you'll end up somewhere you didn't intend to be. Beginning with the end in mind means defining your goals, values, and what truly matters to you. What kind of life do you want to create for yourself? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Take some time to reflect on your own life. What is your end in mind? This habit focuses on prioritization and time management. Effective people prioritize tasks based on importance rather than urgency. Covey advises, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. We live in a world constantly vying for our attention. Emails, social media notifications, phone calls. It can feel like we're constantly bombarded with demands on our time. But not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are urgent, demanding our immediate attention, while others are important, contributing to our long-term goals and values. The problem is, we often let the urgent tasks take precedence over the important ones. Putting first things first requires us to step back and consciously decide how we spend our time and energy. Imagine you have a jar to fill with rocks, pebbles, and sand. If you fill it with sand first, you won't have room for the rocks. But if you put the rocks in first, then the pebbles, then the sand, it all fits. The rocks represent your most important tasks. So, take a moment to reflect on your own priorities. What are the rocks in your life? Make a conscious effort to schedule time for those tasks in your week. Chapter 4. Think Win-Win. Habit number 4 stresses the importance of collaboration and mutual benefit in relationships. Instead of thinking in terms of competition or zero-sum games, strive for solutions that are beneficial to all parties involved. For so long, many of us have been conditioned to see the world as a zero-sum game. But the truth is, life isn't about competition. It's about collaboration. Thinking win-win is about shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's about believing that there's enough for everyone, and that by working together, we can achieve more than we ever could alone. When we approach situations with a win-win mentality, we're not looking to exploit others for our own gain. Instead, we're seeking solutions that benefit everyone involved. Think about it like this. You and a friend are both hungry, but you only have one orange. A win-win approach would be to cut the orange in half. or better yet, to work together to find more oranges. Even when a compromise can't be reached, you can still approach the situation with respect and understanding. The beauty of a win-win mentality is that it creates a ripple effect. When we approach our interactions with a spirit of collaboration and mutual benefit, we inspire others to do the same. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where your needs seem to conflict with another person's, remember to pause and ask yourself, how can we both win here? Chapter 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit highlights the power of empathetic listening. Before expressing your own ideas, take the time to genuinely understand the perspectives and feelings of others. Covey says, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply." The biggest gift you can give someone is your presence. And a huge part of being present is truly listening to understand. Not just waiting for your turn to speak, but really hearing and absorbing what the other person is saying. So often we listen with the intent to reply. We're already formulating our response in our heads before the other person has even finished speaking. But when we do this, we miss out on the opportunity to truly connect with and understand the other person. Seeking first to understand requires us to quiet our own internal dialogue and to approach the conversation with curiosity and empathy. It's about putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and trying to see the world from their perspective. Seeking first to understand isn't about agreeing with everything the other person says. It's about creating a safe space for open and honest communication. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, make a conscious effort to listen with the intent to understand. You might be surprised by what you learn, and you'll definitely strengthen your relationships in the process. Chapter 6. Synergize. Synergy, the sixth habit, celebrates the strength of teamwork and creativity that emerges from cooperation. By combining the strengths of individuals, teams can achieve outcomes that surpass individual efforts. There's a reason why the saying, "two heads are better than one," has stood the test of time. When we come together, when we embrace our differences and value each other's strengths, we create something truly magical. Synergy. Synergy is the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's about recognizing that we all have unique talents, perspectives, and experiences to bring to the table. And when we combine those diverse perspectives, we create something truly extraordinary. Synergy isn't always easy. It requires us to be open-minded, to be willing to listen to and learn from others, and to be willing to compromise. But the rewards of synergy are well worth the effort. When we embrace synergy, we create a culture of collaboration and innovation. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, don't try to go it alone. Reach out to others and embrace their differences. Chapter 7. Sharpen the saw. The final habit emphasizes continuous improvement and renewal. Covey uses the metaphor of sharpening the saw to encourage us to invest in our physical, mental, and emotional well-being regularly. Imagine trying to cut down a tree with a dull saw. You might end up exhausted and frustrated. The same is true in life. If we don't take the time to sharpen our saw to invest in our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, we're not going to be as effective in any area of our lives. Sharpening the saw means taking care of ourselves holistically. It means making time for exercise, eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, and managing our stress levels. It also means engaging in activities that stimulate our minds, nourish our souls, and bring us joy. Think of it as filling your own cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. When we take care of ourselves, we have more energy, focus, and creativity to give to our work, our relationships, and our passions. So, how do we sharpen our saws? It looks different for everyone, but here are a few ideas. Exercise regularly, eat a healthy diet, get enough sleep, and take breaks throughout the day to move your body. Read books, listen to podcasts, learn a new skill, or engage in activities that challenge your mind. There you have it, the 7 habits of highly influential people. Remember, these habits aren't just about success. They're about living a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Which of these habits resonates with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. These habits have been life-changing for me, and I know they can be for you too. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress, about taking it one step at a time. So, start today. Choose one habit, one small change you can make, and watch as it ripples out into all areas of your life. Remember, you have the power within you to create the life you desire and to make a positive impact on the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on personal development and leadership. Until next time, stay proactive and keep influencing positively.